What's up, team? Okay, where were we? I think we were. What's up, Garza? Am I tired? I don't know if I'm tired. I mean, you know, anytime you're, in my experience, you know, this kind of stuff can be exhausting because there's so many decisions that have to be made, and so many things you kind of have to compute in your brain as you are processing all of these decisions. So you do kind of have to prepare yourself. Odds, what's up, man? Yeah, you just gotta be, you know, ready. You know, it's a fun job, but it is still a job, you know. Like there's some days when you go into work and you're just like, another day at work. And I also have a full schedule today. I've set this one up today for 3 sessions because I've got to get this thing. I got to get this thing done, man.
So proud of you.
Oh, thanks, babe. Love
I'll
you.
be back one more time.
Okay. Got this like a bag of airless papitas. Alex Ross is awesome. What he does well is he knows how to use references, and he's much more of a painter. He does a good job of the references he uses are, you know, he does a good job. So yeah, he'd be a good one to study. He'd be a good one to study if his style is a style you specifically want to get good at, which is way more focused on being a painter and not as much focused on being an illustrator. He doesn't, his style is not one that is based in like churning out a decent amount of work in a short period of time and whipping up poses on the fly and that kind of stuff. So if that's the vibe you want out of your art, he's absolutely a badass. All right, dogs, we'll see you in a bit, man. You know what I need to do? I really need to learn the quick keys for Clip Studio and start bringing my iPad into this decision-making process. Not my iPad, the keyboard. It would probably make a lot of these, like switching from these three colors faster. Wouldn't have to switch between them quite so much. Fanatic, hey Todd, I won that Deadpool getting his head cut off by Wolverine from 10-4. It's so dope. Yeah, hell yeah, I saw that, dude. I was there. I was trying to win it back. I was trying to win it back from him for myself. I was like, man, that would be friggin' awesome if I won this cover back. I think that's awesome, dude. And I don't know if you saw, but if you want me to CGC it for you, it's $75 for me to do the artist series, the signature series. You can get it slabbed and stuff and verified and all of that. Everybody's different, so like I'm not expecting it, but just wanted to make sure you knew that that was an option if you wanted it. I think you'd have to send it back to me for me to do that. I don't know how that works. I've never, I have yet to do it with like, I don't know if they have an option for me to just say, yeah, that was my book, or yes, I did that art, or I don't know how that works. But happy to do it for you if you want, man. That is, I mean, for that to be the giveaway is, I thought he was crazy when he told me he was giving that away. I was like, dude, like, he spent a lot of money on it. So, whatever. When he bought it, I had another collector on the hook that was gonna buy it. So if he didn't buy it, somebody else would have, and man, for hanging out for the day, you got a good one. Yeah, dude. He's probably like, remember this? Remember how well I hooked you up here, because I need you to pay me back in loyalty or something over the next several years. Bought a bunch of books from him, and I also got that Chainsaw Man art. Oh, hell yeah. Now, did you get the Chainsaw Man from me or from him? Because I know he picked up a bunch of pieces from me at one point. Good job, babe. Right on, man. Yeah, I know you bought stuff from me. I couldn't remember what exactly you bought from me directly. And I don't ever have a problem with somebody selling my work, dude. Like if he bought it and he wants to sell it, somebody else wants to buy it, that is totally between them. That's not an issue. I think it's cool. It's hard to, it's hard to be mad that there are people out there that want to spend money on your work, whether it's with me or somebody else, right? Yeah, exactly, dude. P. Garza says, bless you. What do you need, lovey? Got introduced to your art by him, so I'm thankful. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, he's been such a loyal supporter, man. Like, guys like him are the kind of clients that you only need a handful of them. And I try to talk to, other young creators. Like, they think you need this huge following and stuff, and you really don't. You just need a handful of super loyal supporters. I mean, realistically, I maybe have, 100. I've got like 170,000, 180,000 followers, 160, some huge number of followers, right? Which is obviously awesome. I'm not at all complaining about that. But there's probably only 100 of them that are actually like spenders, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like people that buy things from me and support me by putting their money where their mouth is. So this idea that you've got to become super, love you, baby.
Love you. Leave me for real this time.
Okay. Tell all the dogs I said hello. But yeah, you really don't need much, man. You need a handful of peeps, and all the rest of that stuff will fall into place. Well, this arm feels just a little bit small. See, and this is where I actually really like digital. Because if you want to make like exact adjustments. All right, if anybody wants to sees. I really don't want this foot. Okay. So now we got to do, let's see. Make this real quick. We got to do this body, which I think is probably going to be one of the more challenging ones as far as placement goes. And then I want to have this body here, like somehow I want to have this chain kind of trailing behind him here, dragging over this other body. And then this, like a blade at the end of the chain sticking out of this dude's head. Pete Garza, my We don't currently have any dogs. We lost our personal dog back in January. But my wife is a dog adventurer, and so we do have other dogs all the time. Okay, nothing to it but to do it, right? And again, this is another reason why I like digital, is I can draw right over these. Even get rid of Tommy altogether. Yeah, my wife still struggles with it a bit, honestly, man. But her work helps her a ton. We've only had a handful of days since we lost our dog Bo, that we haven't like been watching dogs. So we've almost always had a dog that we were boarding. Pretty much the whole time, that just perpetually. She and I are very different in that way. I'm very much okay without a dog. I love them, and you know, my dog that I had for 13 years, 12, 13 years, was definitely my buddy. But I'm one of those guys that doesn't necessarily want extra chores in my life. So having a break from taking care of animals is kind of a nice thing. Yeah, one of the things, my wife never liked the animals, and it had to be part of her, but can't force her. But prevent dementias, whatever about. Yeah, I'm sure it definitely helps. You know, pets are, I don't know, it requires a lot of mental energy, and they're good for your health and all the things that, it's all good stuff. Like, there's definitely nothing wrong with having a dog. Dementia or no dementia, prevention. That's probably a bit big. Your wife is next to you and she's speaking well. Does she have dementia, bro? Oh, dang, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That is not an easy thing to deal with. Angie, what's up, my man? Man, when I post a video for this one, I'm gonna have to do a gory warning or whatever. No, Ashton came home and she was like, let's go out to eat. And I was like, babe, I've got to work. And she's like, oh. And so we talked about it a little bit and I was like, well, I could probably, it ended up making sense for me to do 3 sessions tonight instead of a second session yesterday. So it didn't take much to convince me to bail on you guys. Really not liking this foot. So yeah, I booked three sessions today. Yeah, she was like, let's go out to eat. I was like, no. And she was like, oh. And I was like, well, if we can go to this place, which is one of the few places that has gluten-free beer that I can drink, I know sounds, trust me, I'm just as disappointed in myself for having to drink gluten-free beer as well. But Anshu, so we're working on this variant cover for Final Boss, Tyler Kirkham's Final Boss. Lots of body parts. Hopefully today, hopefully this session, I'll get through the majority of the body parts. Second session will be fine tuning, making any kind of tiny tweaks and adjustments. And hopefully that by the third session, we'll be starting the colors, or at least getting the flats done. She's definitely way better looking than you guys. So is beer. I'm a big fan of beer as well. It's pretty brutal. I didn't start liking beer until I was 35. And then like fell in love with it, got obsessed with it. And in the last few years, it's been next to impossible. I just haven't been able to drink it anymore, man. I've figured out that I'm fairly sensitive to gluten. I can have a little bit of it on occasion. But I gotta be very, very picky and choosy about when that happens. Sucks. It's fucking stupid. But what can you do, right? Busch Light. I'd rather not drink beer. I'd rather not drink beer than have to drink Busch Light. Beer is what makes us good looking. Right? Without beer, would we even have humanity? Would we even exist? Man, this foot is giving me some trouble here. So I'll have until, I've got about an hour and 15, and then I gotta head out to take care of the other dog that we walk in the day. I'll grab some lunch, and then we'll have another session after that. We'll try to do that for a bit, and then have a third session later. So it should be a busy day, but we should get a lot done, I think. You haven't had a drink in 8 years? Hey, Phil, good for you. I assume that is because you need to not have a drink in 8 years? Clean and sober, my man? Hey man, I feel that. I've never really been a big quote unquote drinker. It's just never really been something that I like. Even when I have a drink now, I just want to have one or two. I might get to a place where I have a minor buzz, but I don't enjoy the feeling of being drunk per se. Per se. I don't find it to be a pleasant experience to be wobbly. And then don't even get me started about how crappy I sleep, and if I have too much to drink, it's not a fun experience, man. Don't need it. Yeah, bro. Like, the thing I hate the most about, like, getting a any kind of serious buzz is if it's late enough at night, if it's, for evening drinking. Is this for a cover or a commission? Bro, man, this is gonna be an official variant. I mean, in my opinion, it's my first legit variant. I did a legit variant for an independent publisher. Thanks, dude. But, it's a first-time publisher guy, and, like, it's cool. It's cool that I got it, and he paid me a fair amount, but this one to me is going to be seen by a good number of people. I think it'll be it's going to be good to have in the portfolio, so to speak. Christopher, what's up, man? Yeah, get money. Ding, ding, ding. That's another cool thing. I mean, I'm getting my my rate. You know, like I charge what I charge. But this definitely has the potential to increase my exposure and therefore potentially increase my rate. So to that extent, yes. Cha-ching. This head only barely matters because it's going to be mostly covered up, but we may adjust the positioning of this body to better fit the page. So I'm kind of going ahead and adding this stuff in here. Bro, man, I don't know, dude. You arguably have some of my most valuable pieces in your collection, and you did not pay a very high rate, so you might have to suffer the wrath of that the rest of us do, or that the rest of my peeps do. That wasn't a no. I always take care of my loyal peeps, man. I probably, like, let's say that my blanks went up to $500 per blank, just for S&Gs as far as numbers go. I would never charge you the same price as a new client. You would always get a discount off of my most recent rate. That much you can be sure of, bro. But that being said, you might want to get yourself on the books ASAP. Daniel, what's up, man? Hey, man, how did you balance art with family? How did you balance art with family life? I've started to wake up earlier while my wife and baby are asleep to work on stuff. Maybe it's as simple as that. Haha, thanks for all you do. I don't know if you're still on here, Daniel. It is a challenge, especially if you're not full-time yet. I absolutely I absolutely, you know, before I got to a place where I was doing stuff full time, I was driving full time. I was doing food delivery full time, and kind of the same. Like I would, I only would have about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more, an hour before I would start my shift, and then I would go out and work or whatever, right? Luckily, my wife was super supportive. The first time around that I did art for a living, I mean, the good thing about doing art full time is that you're pretty accessible to family, for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, I'm home all day, so like when I was doing mostly abstract art and videography, like all the other stuff I did in Oklahoma before I moved down here, like I was a full-time dad. You know, I was the one that would go pick them up from school, drop them off at school. I mean, even though I was, my baby mom and I were no longer married and stuff, I was still, like, we had a good relationship, and, you know, me being at home, like, I was the one that did the majority of the lifting as far as getting the kids taken care of. The downside is that you're more accessible. Like, the good news is you're more accessible. The bad news is you're more accessible. And the hardest part is actually setting your boundaries about working and not always being, you know, sometimes I do find myself sometimes every once in a while having to remind Ashton, like, hey, I've got to work too, dude. Like, I do my best to see her off for the day and give her attention and stuff before she leaves, and then I don't really start my day until after she gets out of here, usually. I do a lot of my social media stuff first thing in the morning. I'll usually get up somewhere around 6:30, give or take. And it'll be that 6:30 to about 8, 9 o'clock range, sometimes 10, that I'm either in my office or upstairs on the roof at the apartment complex doing all my social media stuff. Which, you know, I can easily spend a couple hours doing that every day. So it's a balance, man. The part that's hard is not the work itself. It's staying disciplined to the work. It's a big reason why I'm not worried about AI. A big reason why I'm not worried about teaching other people about how to do what I do. It's like, this is the easy part, man, sitting down and doodling. The hard part is doing it every day like it's a job, when you don't have somebody that's like banging on your door, so to speak, telling you, hey, you better get to work. Hey, if you want this paycheck, if you don't show up to work today, you're gonna get fired. Like, you have to be like, oh, if I don't work today, I'm going to lose consistency in my client base. I mean, it's just tough, dude. He? Are you saying he, me? Falcon? Okay, it's like, sometimes peeps talk like I'm not here, which is fine. Yeah, thanks, man. And eventually, I think I'll eventually like put all that stuff into some kind of a book. Maybe include the work that, I don't know. I think about that a lot. I think that'd be a cool book to have for people. But yeah, I try to, you know, try to keep it real, man, as best I can. Oh, the baby thing. Yeah, I thought that'd be funny. My mom sent me that pic because she's going through all her stuff, you know, because with Dad passing and all that, she's gonna be moving in with my sister, and so she's, of course, finding all kinds of stuff. And she sent that picture, and I was like, I look so bored here. Like, are we gonna do this? So yeah, I try to, when I get little inspirations like that, I try to turn it into content as much as I possibly can. I got toys to play with, bro. I got a nap to take. I got diapers to fill. Can we wrap this up? Daniel, thank you so much for the valuable insight, brother. It's a balancing act for sure, and I'm grateful for having such a supportive wife also. Rock on. Yeah, dude, and then, you know, there's other things you can do, like, it's not unusual for me to sit next to Ashton at night, and we'll be watching a show or something. Like, I let her pick whatever she wants to watch, and I just sit next to her and draw on the iPad. Sometimes you just, and you know, she does plenty of her own social media stuff, so she also very much understands what's needed to be successful at this kind of thing. So she's doing her own thing, managing her own content, her own work. So, like, sometimes we just sit next to each other and work on our accounts, or like a lot of times when we go out to eat, we're literally just there. You know, we won't necessarily even talk a whole bunch. Not that we don't, but sometimes it's just about being in each other's presence and, you know, hanging out. P. Garza said, I had a friend call me, say, hey, I'm over here, I'm drunk, and I was, what you want? Say, come over. Why, to pay your tab? All you said is I'm sober, and he hung up. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, bro. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Plus, it's all about looking at a set of different walks and having that beer. Yeah, exactly. You know, it doesn't take much to. I mean, it's of course a bonus that she and I have similar goals and similar needs as far as like how much attention we need and, you know, what we consider success in our life. Like, if she was obsessed with like money or the things that money provides, we never would have lasted, you know, because that's just never been my priority. My priority's always been doing what I love doing from a career standpoint and getting to a place where I will eventually make money. She wasn't big into jewelry and never has been, you know, so like when we got engaged, I made her ring by hand with a buddy that knew how to make jewelry, so he taught me how to make it, so I crafted the ring myself, and it's made out of real gold and stuff, real rose gold, and I carved the ring, and you know, that thing is special because I made it, not because it's like some fancy expensive piece of jewelry, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm pretty, I mean, if it's a creative thing, I can handle it, you know? I'm pretty quick at picking things up. I did woodworking, you know, I used to build my own frames for my art. I built shelves and cabinets, and, you know, I can't do just anything, but it doesn't take much for me to learn that kind of a thing. Now, if you ask me to retain information and do studies and shit like that, like you would if you were a scientist or something, shoot me in the face. No, thank you. I'd be a big old dummy. But if it's a task, if it's a creative task, I'm pretty good at that. You made a ring out of walnut wood and she wasn't. Hey man, sometimes that's the best way to find out whether you're a match or not, though, right? It's like you found out real quick that she probably wasn't the right one. Sixth grade. Come on, bro. Oh, that's funny. You're like, she broke my heart, man. She crushed me. I never have recovered from Susie and her refusing my walnut ring. It's nice. I think my dad let me do it because he thought it was funny. That's sweet, man. That kind of stuff is awesome, dude. Okay, let's put him back in here. We're gonna do a quick. No, that can't be right. Okay, where are you getting in? Oh, I know where you're getting in. Yeah, she didn't even reject you, bro. You just didn't give her the right ring size. That's your fault. She's like, I mean, it's sweet, but it doesn't fit, dude. Give me one that fits and we'll go. And you're like, no, you hate me. Oh, it's in the hair here, you POS. Dang it. Where are you getting in? So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to do a quick fill on Tommy here so that I can, oh, there you are. So I can see how, where did it go? Right there. Yes. So that I can see how moving this body around will change things. Layer new, line edit, fill, whoopsies. Oh, see, this is still open. I had one ex do a scavenger hunt for her birthday and she was upset because I couldn't figure out what anything on the list was. Those ladies are very specific about what they like in a man, bro. What the heck? Is that still open? Where the heck is this thing open? One more time. I don't get it. Where are you coming in from, dude? I'm so confused, man. Oh, that's gotta be it. So where did I do this? And I think it's cool you're getting a shot with something big as this. Thanks, man. You and me both, bruh. Oh, that's what happened. Hey! Hey, we did it. Oh no, all of this goes off of. Did you reach out to them or did they reach out to you? So this is technically what's known as a retailer exclusive. At least I think that's what it's called. I apologize if it's not. I don't know if you know 10 Forward or Jam's Fortress Comics. But they are the guys that are putting all this together. Yeah. Now Tyler's seen my work and has approved and all of that, so it's not a total like I don't know how you'd put that. It's not a total like blind thing where he has no idea who I am. So yeah, he still has to approve it. Correct. So still very much a good thing in terms of like exposure and attention and whatnot. Okay, let's remove that a little bit. So I'm not totally mad at this positioning, but let's play with it a little bit just to be sure. Wait. Yeah, I'll get, I think the deal we did was 30 comps. So I'll be able to sell those too. And hopefully that one I'll actually sell out of. So the only thing I don't like about this body per se is that it is at a very similar angle to this one. So let's see, just for S&Gs. What happens if we... Yeah, I actually think that that's pretty good. Needless to say, up to my knee. And I guess that spot is just the best spot already, huh? All right, let's look at body 2 and make sure that this one is well placed. think that's better. This face out is better, right? And I'll tell you why. What the heck? I hate it when it does that. I think it just adds some dynamics. All the other faces kind of were going in the same direction. I think facing out is a bit better. Okay, we'll worry about that later. So the next thing I want to do is I want to have a new body. Here. Tommy Brazen, you look so sexy. Whoa, that's not the right size. So we'll have this body here. This is going to be his chain. Yeah, chain will be kind of dragging back here, draped over this guy's body and arm, up into this guy's head. He's gonna have a lost limb. That'll be over here. This arm is kind of resting on his chest. Pool of blood. Kind of cool if this was still holding a gun. Someday, what's up, my man? Yeah, it's looking pretty good. We're starting to make some pretty good progress here. Guts, head's chopped off, arm chopped off. Figure out something that I can put over here. This positioning is not quite right. It's not terrible. better. Something about this arm that's bugging me. I have to marinate on that a little bit. But it's looking pretty good. All right, I think that's a good time to take a break. Again, we'll be back in about an hour and a half or so, around 1 hour and 20 minutes. I need to, like, this is, compositionally, this is looking pretty good. I'm happy with it so far. Okay, I gotta stop. All right, y'all be good. Let's chat again in a little over an hour. Peace.